team, this is Chris Abraham from Go Math. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to do assignment number 1 for the teachers that attended the May 19th and June 9th MTEL Math workshops. And this assignment here can go for any teacher that's attended the workshops or any teacher that you're preparing at home. And I'll show you how to customize it. But assignment number 1, let me get into detail. It's called, and it's one of my favorite, it's called Make a List. This is your first assignment. It has 2 parts to it. What you're going to do is after you do the assignment, you're going to email me your 2 parts. Alright, so part 1, make a list. You're going to have a 2-part list here. I'm going to take a sheet of paper, divide it into 2 sections. What I'm going to try and do in each one of these sections is I'm going to identify what I know and what I have no clue. Now I'm going to use one of my MTEL math packets. Every workshop there's a new packet, so it doesn't matter which MTEL math workshop you attended. You can use it for any of the material that you receive. Now let's use this one. Teachers just attended this one right here. I'm going to start with every problem, like this one right here. Now I remember when Chris was up there and he was going through this problem and we were breaking it down. I remember that this had to do with probability and algebra and geometry. Oh yeah, and part-to-whole relationships. Oh yeah, I remember it. And I remember how to solve it. So I'm going to put this here in the no section. Now, when I put something in the no column, I've got to give it a title. This is a unique title, and it's a code. And it's absolutely important that you write it down in your own handwriting, or type it. Preferably write it though. But in this column, I'm going to write it down, I'm going to think it, and write it at the same time, and I'm going to give it my own name. For me, I'm going to call it the dartboard problem. So, dartboard. My marker's not that. I'm using too many of these markers recently. Wow. Anyways, you title it. Make sure that you can read it. And it's got to be a title that gives you, whether you want to call it a dartboard or you want to call it a probability question. I think you give it a dartboard because you'll remember the type of question. You'll have a visualization of what it was. But this is something I know. And I go to the next page, the next problem in the packet. All right, maybe we come to the percentile section, and guess what? I remember, kind of remember, but not really. So I'm going to put that in percentiles. It's going to go right here. No clue. Now I'm going to go through this whole packet, literally problem by problem, and make a distinction. Do I know it, or I have no clue? The no clue for right now can encompass problems that you're not 100% sure on. There'll be problems that you're not 100% sure on, or you really, truly have no clue. All right? But only put problems that you know. When you look, right away you look at it, you remember it, you got it. You got it cold in the no section. That's your first assignment. It should take you 15 minutes. What I would suggest you do now is pause this video, stop it right now, do this assignment, and then come back for part 2. Do it now. Whatever you do, don't keep watching. Don't keep watching. Do the first video. Do the first assignment. All right. You ready? Okay, let's go. The second list you do is going to be a little different. Again, I want to still, it's going to be a list, but I'm now going to divide it into 3 sections. It's going to be the no and no clue. But we're going to add this middle section in here. We're going to call this 50-50. Now when I go through my test again, I might switch the percentiles into the 50-50 column. Because you know what, I kind of remember half of what was going on. It goes in the 50-50. Now I might go back, I might read through my packet. There's some things in algebra. I think there's some things in algebra we did with Chris, and Chris being me. But anyways, I remember doing these problems at the workshop and Chris was going over them, and I think I left the room. I think I was gone. I don't even remember us. So let's look at the absolute value graphing right now. Maybe you totally missed absolute value graphs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that here. absolute value, graph. Okay, and this is something I have no clue on. So this new list is going to have a whole bunch of problems that you know. Then from your no clue, you're going to try and weed out the problems that you're 50-50 on, like the percentiles, and the ones that you truly have no clue on. This is really important. Why is this important? Because what we're going to do, whether you do this on your own or you sign up for one-to-one tutoring, however you want to do it, we're going to try and take the 50-50s and we're going to try and move as many of them as possible over into the I know section. This is critical that you can take as many of these and push them over here. You want to do this first. Don't worry about this section yet. Focus 80% of your energy on moving the 50-50s to the no section. That's where your core, that's where most of your work has to be. Now, why would we do this? We talked about this in other videos. The bulk of this test, most teachers, when they get to a range where they're almost passing means that they're missing it only by 2 or 3 points. And those 2 or 3 points are going to be problems. The difference between passing and not passing is really going to come down to how many of the 50-50s you were able to carry over. All right, this is assignment number 1. You're going to send me 2 lists. The first one, knows, don't knows. The second one, knows, 50-50s, and no clues. All right? I hope you send this to me, and send it to me through the Go Math website. Go to the Go Math website and send it to gomath123@gmail. Now you can modify this if you wanted to. That's gmail.com. You can modify this if you want to by using any practice test. So if you want to use the General Curriculum Math practice test, you can use that one as well. Literally go through the test and then go make the list knows, don't knows, and follow this way of studying. You can also, if you're stuck on these, you can attend one of the workshops. That would be the way to go. You could sign up for one-to-one tutoring. That's another way to go to get some help. You can watch any of the Go Math MTEL Math videos. That's a great way to go. All these are ways to help you. And usually what I recommend for teachers is to actually do all 3. The workshop, the tutoring, the videos. Because this is multiple ways in which you're going to learn the information. And if you've struggled with math, that tends to be a really good way to approach it. Many different avenues of getting the information so that if you see it on the day of the test, you're able to pick it out and know how to work with it. Okay, team, I hope you found this helpful. Send in that first assignment, 2 pages. I look forward to seeing them. Bye-bye.